Well, growers across our region have successfully planted another high-quality Molson Coors barley crop. And despite the usual challenges from Mother Nature this time of the year, this year's barley crop is looking really good.
Overall, we're looking forward to a pretty decent barley crop. We got in, and the growers got in early, up to 2-3 weeks, 4 weeks in some cases earlier than they had the previous couple years, kind of back to some of those earlier planting years we had in the past. Then we had some cool weather in May, and things just sat and tillered and stooled, and so the crop is really thick. Now in June we're getting some heat, which you eventually need to warm up in order to bring this crop to maturity. Going to have to deal with some thunderstorms, and we're probably going to see some losses to hail here and there. That's going to happen every year. But right now we feel really good about the crop we're having.
This week, Molson Coors held barley days in Worland, Wyoming and Bighorn, Montana. Bob Strecker and family have been raising barley in Montana for Molson Coors since the early 1980s and says they're very proud to do so.
Knowing that you sit down with your friends and you crack one open and it could very well be the barley that came off of your farm is kind of cool. And even people that don't raise the barley but live in this area are still proud of the fact that this area raises barley for Coors.
Molson Coors Montana Regional Manager Cody Shick says that barley days are still very important for them and their growers.
Well, it gives an opportunity for not only us to recognize the growers, because frankly, we only raise barley in 4 states. And so every one of these areas is extremely important into producing millions and millions and millions of cans of beer that we ship all over the United States and the world. And so being able to come here and show appreciation for these growers and all the hard work they do. We just had a hailstorm roll through, and it just goes to show the natural challenges that these producers have to face. They put all that time and effort and money and resources into it, and sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't. So we're here to acknowledge that fact and to support them the best way we can and show appreciation.
And Brian Erhardt is Molson Coors Chief Supply Officer and says you can't have great beer without great barley.
And we have lots of elevators in Chicago, but not like any of the ones we've seen the last couple days. We're very proud of our local teams and the partnerships they have, whether it's the teams at the elevators or our agronomists working with our growers. And we learn a lot. We have a lot of decisions we make at a corporate level, and we rely on our local team, but nothing beats getting out here and actually seeing the barley in the field, learning about the science behind the barley. We have a lot of resources dedicated to barley research, and we're very proud of what our team accomplishes every year so we can make our great beers.
And as you've heard me say quite a few times over the years, Bill Coors is the one who actually coined the phrase that barley is to beer as grapes are to wine. And you know what? He's absolutely right. And yes, it's still true. There's a little bit of Colorado, Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming barley in every Coors Banquet and Coors Light. That's a look at your farm and ranch news. Have a great day.